All right, Rick Spielman, Tyler Sullivan in to break this one down as well. Fellas, you hear Tua say there that there's things to work on and things to clean up. Could be quarterback speak, but is it the truth, Rick, when you look at what this Miami team's been able to accomplish here over these last couple months?
Well, when it's 30-0 at halftime,
pretty good.
Maybe as he can work on his pregame, his speech going into the second half. When it was like a preseason game, watching a preseason game, and it doesn't matter if Mills is playing or if Allen was playing in Houston. They're just not a very good football team right now. So the biggest thing I was watching in the second half was, God forbid, any of their stars, either Waddle or him, thank God they got him out of the game, get hurt as they get ready to make a push down the stretch. But this was a dominant performance by Miami on both sides of the ball against a very poor football team right now. And I don't know what else to say, but maybe they can improve on Mike McDaniel halftime speech coming out when you're winning 30-0.
Yeah, you definitely want to, regardless of who's on the field, finish stronger than the Dolphins did in this one. But we're truly nitpicking, and if we're going to be critical of this Dolphins team anywhere, it's the defensive side of the football. It's been that way for the last however long. We know what they bring to the table offensively, Tyler. When you look at the Dolphins, if they do really want to realize these high aspirations, where do they need to clean things up over the last month and a half of the season?
Yeah, no, you look at that defense. That's certainly going to be the case here. And when you look at this schedule, I think we're going to find out a lot about what this Miami Dolphins team actually is going to be and what they are. I mean, obviously a blowout against the Houston Texans, even a blowout against the Cleveland Browns before the bye. I don't know if that tells you a lot. This team's very good at home. They're 5-1. Obviously, you're talking about how great Tua is just as a quarterback this season. Perfect when he plays an entire game. But these next few weeks, this is where we're going to find out if the Dolphins are legit or not, or if they're fool's gold. At San Francisco, at the Chargers, at the Buffalo Bills. High-octane offenses. If the defense can slow those guys down, those offenses down on the road, that's what's going to tell you that this team's legit or not and can actually win when we get into January and we get maybe even into February. Who knows? You know, this team has the ceiling to crash the party in the AFC. I mean, everybody's looking at Buffalo. Everybody's looking at Kansas City. I think you're starting to look at Cincinnati a little bit now. But Miami, if they can show us that they can clamp down, run the football, and play good defense, create turnovers like we saw against Houston today, this team could be a sleeper in the AFC.
No doubt about that. Thank you, gentlemen. Here's a look at your fantasy recap out of this game. Plenty of fantasy performers, at least on the Miami side of this equation. 14 points for Tyreek. You're probably going to want more, but was not needed much there in the second half. Tua, just 17 points. As you're probably saying, why'd you take him out? Well, you got to keep it healthy. He did take a couple nasty shots there late in the first half, but Tua, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 17 points for you. Jalen Waddle getting in north of that 10-point meridian as well. On the Houston side, it's really Damian Pierce and nobody else, and he gave you just 3 points here on Sunday.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.